Hello students, how are you? I hope you are fine. In today's session we are going to discuss about the few more points in the tissue. Okay. So in previous session we have discussed about the connective tissue. That is, we have discussed about what is connective tissue, what it is made up of, and on what basis we are classifying the connective tissue into various categories. Okay. So today also we will write the outline. Okay, and then we will continue further. Okay, we will continue with the connective tissue. Okay. So let's start. So here we are going to see the classification of connective tissue. Connective tissue. Okay. So this connective tissue is what? The tissue which helps to remain together. It helps to remain together various structures within the body or various organs within the body. That is referred as the connective tissue, and it is mesodermal in origin. Okay, it is present everywhere within the body. Okay, as it has different categories of the or it has different types that we see here. So connective tissue, they can be classified, okay, on two bases. Now we are going to use the second basis, that is on the basis of arrangement of the cells or the matrix. So when we are supposed to discuss the classification of connective tissue on the basis of arrangement of, we can write here, on the basis of arrangement of cells or matrix. Okay, this connective tissue are classified into three different categories. Okay, so first, that is the loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Okay, then second is the dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue, and third one is the specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue. Okay, CD is connective tissue. Now here, in loose connective tissue, what does it mean? Loose connective tissue means what? See, loose connective tissue, they are found below the skin, under the skin, okay, and they are loosely arranged in the body, okay. And why they are loosely arranged? Because they play a kind of vital role within the body. Now, what is that vital role? They may help in the defense mechanism of the body, okay. They can provide the immunity, or they may consist of immune cells which are responsible for fighting with the pathogenic diseases, okay, in the body. So here we can write they are cells are loosely arranged. Cells are loosely arranged, okay, and these are further classified, okay, into two types. These are further classified into two types. Which are those? That is areolar connective tissue, and second one is the adipose connective tissue. Now, what is areolar connective tissue and what is adipose connective tissue? See, areolar connective tissue, it is found under the skin. Okay, this is the skin. So under the skin there is a presence of areolar connective tissue. Okay, and this areolar connective tissue is further consisting of three different types of cells. That is one called fibroblast. Second consists of mast cells, cells, and third, it consists of macrophages. Okay, we will discuss about this when we will discuss about the complete loose connective tissue. Okay, now here adipose connective tissue, they are commonly called as fat tissue. Okay, they are commonly called as fat tissue. Fat tissue. Okay, so it is also present under the skin, which is acting as the insulating part. Okay, it also provides the heat required by body. Okay, and also provides certain amount of energy also, because fat globules which are present under the skin, okay, they will help us to provide the energy also. So that is the adipose tissue. We will discuss about it. Okay, when we discuss the loose connective tissue in detail. Now next, that is the dense connective tissue. Now what is meant by dense connective tissue? Okay, so here see we have classified the connective tissue, okay, on the basis of the matrix also. So matrix means it is consisting of the fibers. Okay, two types of fibers are there, the yellow fiber and the white fiber. Yellow fiber is also referred as elastin, and white fiber is also referred as the collagen. Okay, so here the dense connective tissue, it is consisting of fibrous cells, and fibers are compactly arranged. Fibers are compactly arranged. Okay, and tissue becomes little dense. Okay, so when the fibers they get compactly arranged, the tissue becomes little dense. Okay, so this is what the dense connective tissue is. Okay, now depending upon the arrangement of fibers, okay, within that particular tissue, the dense connective tissue can be categorized into two types. That is dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. Okay, so here the dense regular connective tissue, it is also having further two types. Okay, that is on the basis of type of fiber. Okay, in the dense regular connective tissue we see two different types of fiber. What are those? The collagen and elastin. And the example that we will discuss here in the collagen is the of tendon, and in elastin that will be the ligaments. Okay, so in collagen we will discuss tendon, in elastin we will discuss the ligaments. Okay, and here the dense irregular connective tissue, they are also found below the skin. Okay, so this is a classification, a brief classification of the dense connective tissue. Now next we are going to discuss about the specialized connective tissue. Now what does it mean? Specialized means what? See, specialized connective tissue is further classified into two main categories. Okay, so specialized connective tissue is categorized into two main categories. And what are those categories? That is, first, it consists of the vascular, or which is also referred as the fluid. Okay, or fluid connective tissue. Okay, so vascular means what? See, the connective tissue which is circulating throughout the body. Okay, so that means it is a vascular, or it is fluid, in the form of fluid. and it may consist of two types of fluids. That is one which is called blood, okay, and another which is called lymph. Okay, so this is about the vascular connective tissue. We will discuss about the physical and chemical properties of the blood as well as lymph. Okay, how it is synthesized, where it is synthesized, what will be the pH of blood, what is the color of blood, whether it has nucleus or they are enucleated. Okay, then yes, what is where they are again stored, or what will be the lifespan of the blood. Okay, after their destruction, where they are stored. Okay, we will discuss everything in this part. Okay, lymph also. Then and we will also discuss about the constituents of the lymph. Then next is the another type of specialized connective tissue is the skeletal connective tissue. Now what is skeletal connective tissue? Skeletal connective tissue consists of again two parts. Which are those? One that is called bone. Okay, and another is called cartilage. Okay, we will discuss about the bone, what this bone is. Okay, and then we will discuss about the cartilage. Bone is generally the compact type of. There will be two types of bones. One is called spongy bone, and another will be the compact. Okay, and here cartilage, we have three different types of cartilage. Okay, which are those? First one is the hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage. Then we have the fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage. Then we have the calcified cartilage. Calcified cartilage. Okay, so this is about the a brief outline or brief classification of the connective tissue. So connective tissue are those tissue which helps to remain together various different organs within the body. Okay, they may be categorized on the basis of arrangement of cell or arrangement of matrix. Okay, and the matrix, it is consisting of the fibrous type of cell. Okay, now here except the vascular connective tissue, because it doesn't have the fibers. Okay, now here it is broadly classified into loose connective tissue. Why the loose connective tissue they are called loose? Because the cells are loosely arranged. It consists of areolar connective tissue and the adipose connective tissue. The next, dense connective tissue, which consists of fibers which are compactly arranged and tissue become little dense. And this densely connected tissue or the dense connective tissue are further classified into two main types. That is on the basis of arrangement of this fibers. Okay, that is whether the fibers are regular or whether the fibers are irregular. If they are regular, then they are called dense regular connective tissue, and if they are irregular, then they are called as dense irregular connective tissue. Now in dense regular connective tissue, we will be discussing about the tendons, which are composed of collagen or the white fibers, and ligaments, which are composed of yellow fiber or elastin. Okay, now next is the specialized connective tissue. It consists of vascular connective tissue and the skeletal connective tissue. Vascular connective tissue is further classified into blood and lymph. Okay, and skeletal connective tissue is further classified into bone and cartilage. Now bones, they are also having two types: spongy bone and the compact bone. Okay, and cartilage also having three types: hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, and calcified cartilage. So this is about the brief classification of the connective tissue. Now let's start with the first, that is the loose connective tissue. Okay, you can pause the video and note down these points. see the first one, that is the under connective tissue, first category. Okay, so first, that is loose connective tissue. Okay, loose connective tissue. Now, loose connective tissue. Okay, why it is called loose? Because the matrix under this connective tissue of the matrix is loosely arranged. Okay, the matrix is loosely arranged. So what it is called? Loose connective tissue. Okay, then next, the loose connective tissue, the loose connective tissue has two main types. Okay, that is number one, areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective, or yes, areolar connective tissue. Okay, and second, adipose connective tissue. Okay, now we will start with the first, that is the areolar connective tissue. Okay, so what does this areolar connective tissue means? Okay, and then we will look after the second one, that is the adipose connective tissue. So areolar connective tissue, these are most widely spread or spreaded connective tissue in the body. Okay, as I told you, they are present under the skin and they are widely spreaded within the body. Okay, now you can also write under the skin. Okay, so where they are spreaded under the skin. Okay, the next, this areolar connective tissue are further being divided into three main categories. What are those? First, or you can write, it is made up of three types of cells. So when we look after the areolar connective tissue, we found three different types of cells are present in this areolar connective tissue. Okay, and which are those? First is the fibroblast. Second is the mast cell, and third is the macrophages. Okay, third is the macrophages. So these are the three different cells which are found in the areolar connective tissue. Now when we look after the first one, okay, so what is that first? Fibroblast. Fibroblast. Now what is this fibroblast means? Okay, what is the function of this fibroblast? Okay, so this fibroblast, they are generally made up of yellow and white type of collagen fiber, okay, or yellow fiber and the white fiber. So you can write they are made up of yellow fiber. Yellow fiber is also referred as the elastin, okay, and white fiber which is also referred as the collagen, which is also called as the collagen. Okay, now what is the function of this fibroblast? It helps in binding of skin. It helps in binding of skin to underlying parts. Okay, so its main function is to bind the skin with underlying part. In that case, it will be the muscles, it will be the bones, okay, or any other organs. So that is the function of fibroblast cells, and as it consists of yellow and white fibers. Okay, so that is about the fibroblast. Apart from that, they also provide the fibers during any kind of injury. See what happens if there is any injury in our body. Okay, the blood, it will clot at that particular part. So that blood clotting, it is due to certain blood clotting factors which are present within the blood. Okay, but also with the help of this fibroblast, these fibers, they will help in the process of clotting. So they will not allow blood to flow more. Okay, so that is also the function of fibroblast. Apart from that, second one is the mast cell, or okay, you can pause the video and note down these points. Okay, I'll drop this and we'll continue another one, that is the mast cells. So second one, mast cells. So what is the function of mast cells? See, mast cells, they secrete what they secrete? They secrete the certain chemicals from the body. See, during any kind of physical or chemical reaction within the body, sometimes we fall under allergic conditions. Okay, suppose there is a itching, formation of rashes, even the inflammatory responses. Okay, even when we go through any dusted area, okay, at that time we sneeze, right? So that sneezing or any kind of that physical reaction which been occurring within the body, it is due to the allergy. Okay, and that allergy, it is caused by the secretion of histamine and serotonin. Okay, histamine, serotonin and heparin, these are the components which are secreted. Okay, so what we do, we take the antihistamines, the medicines, so that we can be cured. So here, the main function of the mast cell is to provide the chemicals, okay, or it will react against the allergic conditions. Okay, so the main function of mast cell is to secrete histamine, serotonin, and heparin. Okay, and heparin. Okay, so this heparin is also responsible for clotting the blood. Then third one, that is the macrophages. Macrophages. Now what exactly is macrophages are? Okay, so see, whenever any body, okay, or any living body, that is animal body, it is undergoing any kind of pathogenic disease. Pathogenic disease may be transferred from the like it will be communicable, okay, uncommunicable also. So when the disease takes place or when the disease occurs within the body, at that time our immunity get weakened, right? So to fight against that pathogen, our body releases certain chemical substances, and these chemical substances will be in the form of macrophages also. Okay, and these macrophages, what they do, they will engulf that foreign material or the foreign pathogen and destroy it. And the process for engulfing the foreign material is called as the phagocytosis. So that is the main function of the macrophages. So what they do, they help in phagocytosis. They help in phagocytosis. Okay. Now what is that phagocytosis? Which is also referred as the cell eating or cell eating. Not the own cell, okay, the cell of the pathogen, cell eating. Okay. Phagocytosis is also called as cell eating. Now they help in the engulfing of the pathogen. That is the function of macrophages, and hence they are also referred as the cells of immune system. Okay, so they provide the immunity to our body. So these are the three different types of loose connective tissue, or the three different types of areolar connective tissue. That is fibroblasts, mast cell, and macrophages. Okay. Now we will move to the another, that is the adipose connective tissue. Before that, we will look after the diagram. Okay. What exactly is fibroblast, mast cell, or macrophages looks like? Okay. Suppose here we can see. Suppose this is the matrix. Okay. It is present under the skin. I hope you can see this. Okay. This will be the matrix, which is loosely arranged, and the matrix is composed of the what type of fibers? That is the yellow and the white fibers. Okay. Now under this matrix, there will be presence of macrophages. Then in bundles, the collagen fiber will be seen, and again there will be presence of macrophages. Okay. Then the loosely arranged or the elastin, which are not found in the bundles, okay, or we can also refer it as the unbranched. Okay. So they will be like this unbranched type of structures will be there. These unbranched structures are called elastin. That is, you can write unbranched. Okay, or single. Okay, and in case of the collagen fibers, they are found in bundles. Okay. Then you will have the mast cells. Okay. Mast cells. Then here we have the macrophages. Okay. And to this collagen elastin bundles, there will be referred as the fibroblasts. Okay, it will be referred as the fibroblasts. Okay, so this is about the structure, or you can also refer to the diagram to understand the what are macrophages, mast cell or the fibroblasts. They are present below the or under the skin. Their main function is to provide the defense mechanism, okay, against the various type of physical or chemical reactions. Okay. Now mast cell is also associated with the defense. Like if there is any kind of infectious substance attached to our body, it will release the serotonin, histamine and heparin. Okay. So that there will be formation of an inflammatory response. So that we can consider that our body is functioning properly. Then fibroblasts, okay, they provide the ground matrix, okay, to form a particular tissue. Then macrophages, they also help in the phagocytosis. So this is about the areolar connective tissue. Now next we are going to discuss about the adipose connective tissue. Okay, you can pause the video and note down the points. The next, that is adipose connective tissue. Adipose connective tissue. And what exactly is adipose connective tissue is? Okay, so it is a type of loose connective tissue specialized to store fat or to store fat cells. Okay, it is specialized to store fat called adipose. Okay, and the fat which are stored inside the cells, the fat or the fat which is stored inside the cell is called adipocytes. So these are the cells which store the fat. Okay, so the cells are also called adipose tissue, or when these cells combine together. Okay, the cells, that is the adipocytes, when they combine together, they form the adipose tissue. Okay, and the cell, it is referred as adipocyte. The adipocytes are large cells. Okay, they are large cells with one or more fat cells or one or more fat globules. Okay, there may be presence of one or more fat globules. Okay, and the fat globules are generally which are generally in the or which are generally present in the center of cells. Okay, center of cells. Okay, so what happens to the other material which should be found within the cell? See, when we talk of the cell, it consists of nucleus, it consists of many cellular organelles, right? But here, if the central part or the major part of the cell is being occupied by the fat globule, then what happens to the other part? Okay, what happens is, in this type of cells, okay, the peripheral region, it is covered by cytoplasm and nucleus is at another end. Okay, when you look after the cell, suppose this is the adipocyte. Here, the major part of the cell, it is formed by the fat globule. Okay, rest of the part, it is being occupied in the form of cytoplasm, and somewhere else there will be presence of the nucleus. Okay, somewhere else there will be presence of the nucleus. Okay, now this tissue is also found below the skin. Okay, you can write here. This tissue is also found below the skin. Okay, below the skin. Now, the fats, okay, the fat which is found under this type of adipocytes, okay, is of two types. The fats are of two types. Okay, the fats are of two types. And which are those? That is, one is called yellow fat and another one is called brown fat. Okay, brown fat. Okay, so the fat globules are of two types: yellow fat globule and the brown fat globule. Okay, the next, what is the function? Okay, let's see the functions. So we'll write the functions over here. You can pause the video and note down this point. We will write the functions. Okay. So here we have to write the functions. So, adipocytes, first function. Adipocytes, okay, acts as storage for what? For reserve food material. Now, why exactly we are referring to the fat cells or the adipocytes as a storage for reserve food material? Because when we eat a lot, okay, or excess of eating will lead to the deposition of fat within the body, right? So whatever, like whenever we eat, it consists of carbohydrates. Our body requires a limited amount of carbohydrates to perform the metabolic functions properly. If the carbohydrate, it is exceeded within the body, it will turn into fats. Okay, so that fat will be stored within this adipocytes. Okay, now whatever fat which is stored within the adipocytes, okay, will be acting as a reserve food material. So you can see in the fatty peoples, okay, they have too much of fat. If they don't eat for one day or even on 1 day or 2 days or even 2 week, okay, we cannot see a slight change within their body. I am talking about two fat people. Okay? If we talk about ourselves, okay, we have fat within the body. So what our skin, it stretches. There will be a stretching in the skin. It is due to the presence of fat globule. Okay. So when we undergo starvation, okay, or generally upvas, we call it upvas, our body undergoes starvation. At that time, that fat globules, okay, it will turn into the glucose units, okay, to provide the energy, right? So that is a process which is being regulated by the liver, okay. Liver helping the conversion of such fat into the glucose, okay. We'll discuss about it during the other chapters, okay. So here the adipocytes are the fat globules which are acting as a reserve food material, because fats can be converted into glucose, and glucose will provide the energy to maintain the metabolic functions. Okay, so that is the one of the function of adipocytes. Another function of adipocyte is it acts as cushion. It acts as cushion. Now, what it mean by cushion? See, whenever we are suffering from any kind of physical accidental conditions, at that time these fat molecules or the fatty tissues will be acting as a shock absorbers. Okay, so they will provide you the cushion within the body. So they act as a cushion. Okay, then it forms another function. It forms an insulating jacket or insulating layer below the skin. So during winter season, okay, it helps the body to keep warm. Okay, so what during winter or whenever there is very cold, okay, at that time what happens? The fat layer which is present below the skin, it helps us to maintain the body temperature. Okay, so this is about the complete loose connective tissue. We have discussed two types today, that is the areolar connective tissue and the adipose connective tissue. In areolar connective tissue, we have discussed three different types, that is fibroblasts, macrophages, mast cells. In another, that is adipose connective tissue, we have discussed about the what is adipose connective tissue, what it is composed of. See, not only single cell is present, many cells they are combined together over here. Okay, this is a diagram of single cell. You can also draw many cells over here, okay, which are having the more fat globules, okay, because when the cells combine, they form the tissue. Okay, so adjacent cells will also have the fat globule at the center. So this is about the adipocyte and the functions. Okay, I hope you have understood this concept. If you have any kind of difficulty in understanding all these concepts, okay, you can text me onto the WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.